Welcome to Beholder's Eye, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons epic fantasy adventure. My name is Alex, and I'll be your host and Dungeon Master. On the Great Isle, it is a time of religious wars, imperial domination, and an ancient evil reborn. Only one crew can save the world from utter destruction. They are
Margrain Silverbeard, Paladin of St. Eligius.
Zalara Tremez, Wandering Elven Monk.
Magnar Skullgrim, Goliath Sorcerer.
Hibonite, the fire-kindled, wandering flamosopher.
So, what we're going to do this time to start things off is we've gone through some level upgrades and haven't really talked about it much, and I know had some questions online like, so Magnar can actually cast spells now, what's going on, things of that nature. So I wanted to, our characters have actually leveled up after our last official session to level 4, but we want to talk through level 3 as well and just kind of about the direction of everybody's characters, so you guys know what's going on as well, and that way there might clear up some confusion. So since I brought you up first, Ben, why don't you tell us about your level 3-4 progression with Magnar?
All right, so I don't actually cast spells still, but I am taking the path of Zealot, so I do have some divine, I guess it's still magic, but it's not really me casting anything. It's basically an upgrade to hit, kind of like a sneak attack. So I got Divine Fury, that's what that's called. At level 3, I also get 3 rages per day rather than just 2. And then I have a thing called Warrior of the Gods, which basically removes any sort of components for bringing me back to life, which isn't so useful right now. But once Margrain levels up, I guess maybe he'll get some Raised Dead or something like that. Useful. Yeah, it could have been useful. Yeah, in episode 3. So, but and then also, so we hit level 4, and I was really struggling with what to take on that because I wanted the shield defense because I have a terrible AC and our DM hit rolls really high. But when I play, I just have more fun dual wielding whether I get hit more or not. So I finally took the dual wielder feat. So now I can use any size weapons, any single-handed sized weapons and not just light weapons. And that's so I can do more damage now.
Okay, great.
I'll be dual wielding Warhammer and Longsword most of the time, I think.
Sweet. All right.
But I have no magic.
Just that Divine Fury.
Yes.
Okay, so Kim, you started Zalara as level 3. So you just want to tell us a little bit about the subclass you took with her and any additions you've got, feat, ASIs, anything of that nature.
Absolutely. She started as Way of the Open Hand, which gives her some attack. When she does the Fury of Blows, she can do knocking people prone, making them push back a little bit, or take away their reactions, which is super duper fun. And then at level 4, I just took some extra wisdom, so now I'm at 18, so I get a +4 to all those lovely checks, which for a monk also increases the key empowered strikes, so that's handy dandy. And I also get slow fall, so that's fun.
All right. And Sam, you want to walk us through Margrain's progression?
Sure. So, I did get a feature at level 2. I went with a fighting style for dueling because I thought that's what Margrain would go for. I don't think it's the best idea, but that's what he would have done. And then at level 3, he got to actually make his oath and he became an actual paladin. So he got a lot of spells. I went with Path of Redemption. Talking it over with Alex, it seemed like the most kind of Legion thing to do, that it really fit in with their thoughts, and that would be what he would be getting. So he got a channel divinity, so he got Emissary of Peace, which you've all seen before, and you've seen it once before. He got Rebuke the Violent, which lets him basically incur the damage that somebody else inflicts upon one of his allies. For level 4, it was a really hard choice. I was throwing around multi-class. I was throwing around a lot of things. I ended up going with a feat though, Healer, because you've all listened to the podcast. We need it, so that's where he went. And Healer just allows him to use basically medicine kits to give people a little bit of an extra fighting chance.
All right, and
thank you, Margrain.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And I mean, the problem with that is Margrain's usually the one who gets dropped. So
It really is. I know.
Hibonite goes down a little bit more.
Yeah, he does maybe a little bit. So tell us about Hibonite's progression, and I know level 2 is really when you guys make your subclass choice.
Yeah, so level 3 for Hibonite, it's still a fairly big one, Meta Magic, which I took. Careful Spell and... I remember, Careful Spell and Subtle Spell. Subtle Spell allows me just to cast without any voice or hand gestures, which could be useful in a bad negotiation with us a lot. And Careful Spell, because I do a lot of AoE, it allows people I can just choose people to auto pass rather than them having to make a check, which I believe we saw in the fight against Alal, where I made Ben auto pass.
Yep.
And then for 4th level, I took a feat. I took Skilled. From that, I've gained Deception because I'm always lying to people, so it seemed like a good choice. Perception, so I can actually notice something for once, and Stealth, so I can maybe get somewhere sneaky rather than just instantly be noticed. So
Join me in the shadows.
It's not going to pay off, but it'll be fun.
Okay, so who wants to give us the recap of last episode?
So, last time, we were finishing up with the battle against the Red Hand in the city of Paragon, I believe. And then, once we cleaned up all the mess there and we spent a night, we went on a lovely trek, after dealing with the people who were after Hibonite and Magnar, for killing all the Prosta people. We were given a reprieve and basically told to go attempt to get away. And so we did, and we did really well trekking through the mountains, and we got to the city of Durnholm, which is Margrain's home city. And once we got there, we got inside and spent the night at an inn, and then Hibonite and Magnar were taken anyway for their crimes against the Prosta people. So that's where we ended.
Yep, that's right. It is, for you guys keeping track at home, it's the 18th day of the new year, otherwise known as Toth 3-6, so that's how they would denote that. So we're getting about halfway through the first month. There is a timer on whenever Magnar's child, he believes to be a daughter based off of a vision he had, is going to be born at the beginning of the 3rd month. So, inconvenient on a number of different levels, getting arrested like this. So, anyway, we will start with the two of you being led out into the street. So they take you out into the street. You're both manacled. It's still early morning. The sun is just barely starting to come up. It's kind of red in the sky. You see there is what can only be described as a sort of medieval paddy wagon. It is completely sealed in with just with thick wood. Small bars are out the back, making a little window. So they lead you up there, open up the back. You see there's a very large half-orc sitting in there, looking extremely menacing, and he motions for you both to come in.
All right. How many guards are around?
There are 10 guards.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to message Magnar. Yeah, say it right this time.
Yep.
I'm just going to message across. Are we going with them? Or are we running? You can think your response.
I can't think that quick. Should we run?
I'll cast it again. It doesn't seem like a good idea going to jail, but I don't think we can get out of this.
I don't think so either.
And from last time, I remember I was following them, wasn't I?
Yes.
Unsuccessfully.
Yeah, you're following them. And this is all right outside of the Case of Joy, which is the inn you were staying at, the Tavern Inn.
Yeah.
So you're standing still. You're following them out, and I guess Laura's with you, and Kali Sanguana, who is the ambassador of Failmer to Durnholm, is there. She's the one who has the order for arrest, the warrant, basically, written warrant for arrest.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think the best idea for me is to go talk to Kali Sanguana if I can. If they're speeding away, then I'm going to just try and keep up following, but...
Okay. So are you guys getting in? We need to decide that first. So what is your action? Are you going to try and fight your way out? Are you going to magic your way out? Are you going to just get in?
Is there... How densely populated is this? This is pretty like an actual city, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not huge. It's not a massive city.
But there's more than one street.
Oh, yeah. It's not like Paragon at all. This is...
Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. All right. I get inside.
Okay.
I'll follow Mac now.
Okay. So...
I'm still asking for my room of review, though.
So the half-orc grabs the manacles from both of you, or both your manacles, the chain that are connecting them, and pulls up chains that are connected to the floor of the paddy wagon, and slaps another chain around that so it actually locks in place, so you're stuck to one spot within there.
Is this wooden?
Yes.
Paddy wagon?
Wooden?
Okay.
Yep.
With metal.
Correct. Okay. And you're going to go up to Callie, is that what you said?
Yeah, for sure. If she's still there and not going in the wagon away with them, then I will for sure talk to her.
Well, she is walking past you now. You let her out of the Case of Joy. She's walking past you as though she's heading toward the wagon. So are you going to stop her, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'll go, Miss Anguana, where would I go to, file an appeal for my friends?
An appeal? I would suggest maybe talking with your council, but this is something that the Queen has ordered. I don't see much hope for your friends.
Well, I think all of you are mistaken on the details to do with with what happened.
I am not the judge in this case. I am not the Queen. I am not Brommel. You will need to take that up with them. I have my orders, and I need to take them with me now.
Okay. I'll turn to Solara and I'll go, do you know what we should do?
Where do they go? Is there a trial? Are they being taken to the Queen? Do we know?
Yeah, if you're saying that out loud, I'm sure
yes,
she can hear
I
you.
am.
Okay.
Yes, they will be taken to Kalendor for trial.
Kalendor?
Where's Kalendor?
South of here?
Yep,
right?
it's going to be southeast.
Yeah.
It's the capital.
Very far away.
Oh,
okay. Immediately, or are they being held here
They will be held here until an escort comes.
Okay. Well, that gives us a timeline at least. Oh my goodness. A council. I don't know who would give us counsel on this. The only person I can think of is my father.
What does he do in the city?
Well, he's running the mine now. He's taken Luxor's place.
Okay, so what does that mean as far as like how he does business or whatever?
I know he's on the council, so he would probably know somebody we could speak to, right? I don't know. I've never had any issues with the law.
Of course you haven't. Well, we can't do anything right now. So I guess go talk to your dad, because what else are we going to do right here?
I don't know. I don't like the idea of breaking them out, if we can help it.
So Callie gets into the paddy wagon, doors shut, and they start going down the street.
Can I ask her a question?
Yes.
Yeah, so, your legal system, is it proven until guilty, or innocent until proven guilty, or guilty until proven innocent?
It is innocent until proven guilty.
Okay, that's good.
Though you must have done something very, very bad. Brommel himself is coming to escort you.
No.
Okay.
That's good to know.
When she says that, I'm going to turn to Magna and say, we're not going to get to trial then. We're going to be dead before we get there.
I suspect that as well.
You guys both give me a perception roll, DC 15.
We're not even going to get to the prison at this rate then.
Ooh, how does a crit with a 22 sound?
What'd you get, Hibonite?
I got a 15.
Okay. You got a 15?
Sorry, 13. I'm completely misreading already.
Not a problem. Okay, so Magnar, you notice both of you would notice that the half-orc guard here is not dressed in any kind of official garb. One thing that you will notice that seems a little bit out of place is on his left inner bicep. Magnar, you see a tattoo of a blue rose. Callie says...
Do I know the significance of that?
No, just something you
notice. Or
notice.
Just something I noticed. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And Callie tells you,
we will be taking you to what we call the ditch. It's a not altogether pleasant cell we have here in the bowels of the city.
Is it a ditch?
You could say that.
Why do they call it a ditch?
I'm not sure.
Ditch.
It's unpleasant. There's not much to it, and there's just ground all around you.
So
ground doesn't sound so bad.
Both of you give me a DC 15 con save.
23.
Critical fail. I'm doing so well already.
Okay. All right. So we are going to... Callie raises her hands, moves them around very quickly, and then you see Hibonite falls asleep right next to you, just out of the blue. And we're going to cut outside to you guys standing there in the street.
Okay, so they're taking off, and we need to go find your father?
That's the only person I can think of to talk to. We could follow them, but I don't know what we can do here.
I don't want to leave you because I don't know where your dad is and I don't know where to find you again. But I could easily follow them. You could never keep up with me.
No, I don't think I can.
That wasn't a question. That was a statement.
Yeah.
I don't think I can carry you that fast either.
Okay. If you want to follow them, I'm not going to stop you. I think we need to get them out.
Right.
I can try and figure out a legal way out of this if we need to. And we heard that Blevin's coming?
You guys did.
Not Blevin, Brommel.
No, you two did not.
Didn't?
No.
Okay.
We don't know any of that, yeah.
Yeah, because if I knew that, then that's really concerning. But, okay.
Right. As far as we know, they're just going to jail.
Okay.
So I guess if I think they're going to jail, I'd probably more likely just to go with you, Margrain, rather than chasing.
Well, what if we both go to follow them? I know I can't keep up as well as you can, but we need to at least know where they're going.
I could try to give you a piggyback ride.
Well, I'm thinking that there's no thing stopping us from just following the wagon, right? We have horses.
Oh, that's true. We do have horses.
Right? Like,
Okay.
I see no problem in figuring out, following this wagon, figuring out where they're at least going to hold them so we can know where to get them.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Let's get our horses real quick.
Okay.
So you guys follow them. The paddy wagon is surrounded by all the soldiers. They make their way slowly through the streets to the embassy, and you see them carry Magnar.
Not even in the right letter.
No. You see them lead Magnar out and carry Hibonite over the giant half-orc's shoulder, and then they take them into the embassy.
So they're being kept at the embassy.
Okay. Well, now that we know that, I'm assuming they're not going to let us into the embassy.
Probably not.
Probably not.
I
Okay.
mean-
We'll follow them there. And would I have a general idea of where I could find my father?
Yes. However, you're going to have to wait a couple hours until the inner city is actually open. Remember, you guys got there too late the night before.
Okay, so it's too early
It's
before
not
it's
open
open?
yet?
Right.
Crap.
Okay. That's a thing.
Also, just give me a history check there, Margrain.
Sure. History. 10.
Okay. So you also know that this all seems very suspicious, though Durnholm does benefit from some of the protections of Thalmer as a country and is kind of a protectorate of it. They are still very much, for the most part, at least considered sovereign. So the fact that that
The Queen's people are coming and taking my friends.
Right. There's
Not
something
cool.
a little bit wonky about that. The fact that they're doing it before the inner city is open and bustling for the day, it just all strikes you as a little bit weird. Just growing up in the area, you would know this is not normally how things are done.
Usually they'd go through like the captain of the guard and stuff to arrest them and then take them from there.
Right. Because basically what they're doing is kind of a forced extradition here.
Okay.
They're in somebody else's country acting as the police.
So if we've got some time to kill before the inner city's open, we could actually talk to... Where's all this going? Anyway, the captain of the guard that we met at the city gates. Figure out if anybody had contacted him, right?
Yep.
If I
Probably
know
the
that,
cloak
that
guy.
would probably be a good way to do it. Did they say that she could? Because that could be a good way of tying them up.
Killian.
Yeah.
Killian Hammerflame.
Yeah, Killian, exactly. Killian Hammerflame. We could speak to Killian at the gate, see if he knows anything about their arrest, if anybody talked to them. Also, he's one of the only people that knows that we're in town.
Right, yeah. So he may be the one that they talk to.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows a little bit more.
Maybe. I know we can't get into the inner city yet, so I can't speak to my father.
Oh, right.
Unless you have any other ideas.
I mean, I could sneak around and try to get in, but I don't know how much good that's going to do. It didn't look like Hibonite was doing so well. That makes me worried.
Yes, I agree.
Do you think he tried to fight them? That they put him down?
I think it was just to keep them. They think they're dangerous. I would do the
that's-
same thing.
Really? Well, I suppose you did that to, Blevin.
Yeah, I did it to Blevin. I did it to the Displacer Beasts.
That's
Right?
true.
Like, it's a good way of like not killing somebody, but making sure that they're not an issue.
True. Yeah, let's go find Killian, I guess.
Okay. I think it's a good idea if she sneaks around, but I don't want to split the party 3 ways. That sounds like a bad idea, right?
Yeah.
You by yourself,
I'd rather
Margaret
not.
by himself, and the two of them together.
Let's put the squishy girl all by herself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Okay, cool. let's
Stay
find
together
Killian.
as much as we can. Absolutely.
See-
Let's go find Killian.
Okay, cool.
All right, you guys head off to find Killian, and we'll cut to you guys, the prisoners. Magnar, they take you down, leading you through what is a very ornate embassy to begin with, and then they take you off to a side room after you get through the vestibule, and it's just a stark stairwell, and they just take you down for what seems like a mile, just a very tight spiral sort of staircase, just going down, not really spiral, but you go down, hit a landing, go down again.
When you say you mean they're carrying Hibonite as well?
Yeah, they're carrying Hibonite behind you.
Okay.
But it
Okay,
seems
they
like
didn't split us.
No, it seems like you're just going down for like a mile. There are doors that you come across occasionally, and then finally you get down to basically a stopping point there. You have dark vision, yes or no?
Nope.
Okay, so it actually gets to a point where it's just so dark. There's no natural lighting in there. They don't have torches lit, and you just run into a door ahead of you. Somebody behind you moves you to the side. You think it's the large half-orc man, and he opens the door and then shoves you in, and you're in pitch blackness. You hear the shutter of the door behind you as it slams shut, and then you hear some keys turn and jingle, and he says,
Rest well. It's the last sleep you're gonna get for a while.
Thank you.
all right, did you want to...
Am I uncuffed or am I still cuffed?
You're still manacled, but you're not tied to anything specifically.
Okay. Do I know Hibonite's in here with me?
Yeah, you
If he is?
feel around for him, and he's definitely there.
Okay. Can I try to break the manacles?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me... It's going to be a high DC.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, give me... let's see, what would that be? That would be athletics.
Strength, athletics.
Yeah, give me an athletics check, DC 25.
Ooh, I need a 19. All right, not with a 16.
All right, you struggle, and it's just not happening. Yeah, you realize after a while it's kind of futile to keep
All right,
it up.
so I'm going to bend down and find Hibonite's face and kind of give him a soft pat.
Hibonite, wake up.
Oh, that was a good rest. Alright, this doesn't seem like it was a dream.
Unfortunately not. Can you see anything?
Alright, can't see how I do. I produce flames.
Oh,
I have dark vision, but he doesn't. I remember that.
thank you.
Okay, so yeah, you produce flames, and you see that you're in a very small and it's just a dank room. I mean, you can smell the mold in the air. The ground itself is made of the ground itself is still stone, but it is definitely kind of moist, and it smells like the dankest basement you've ever been in. There's no, obviously you're so deep. There's no windows or anything leading out, and it's so short that you're not even you can't stand up fully. Magnar.
Okay. So the door that we walked in, that's the only door?
That's it.
Or there's no windows? There's no... Okay. And the door is metal or wood? Or
The door
both?
is wood, but with metal bands to strengthen it.
Okay.
And then this is the worst cell we've been in so far, yeah?
So, do you guys want to do anything? You gonna wait it out? Say anything to each other?
Are there? You said there's metal bands, but is there like a look-see through the door?
Yes, there is a little look-see, as you called it, through the door.
I don't know what else to call it.
But yeah, it is barred. But yes.
Okay. Can I? Oh, I guess that would be dark out there too, huh?
Oh yeah, because
Oh, Hibonite, can you see out there? Is there anyone around?
I'll have a look. Do you want me to roll, or can I just see straight through
you
the
can
hole?
just see through the hole. It's not a big area. Everything has been kind of claustrophobic. Even the stairwell itself is fairly tight and compacted, so there's not a lot of space out there. You don't see any guards standing there.
It looks clear. I mean, it's a wooden door. I can probably try and set fire to it.
Sounds good, but where would we go?
That sounds like a future Hibonite issue.
Okay.
I mean, I'll use the flames on my hands to try and just start the door burning or weakening it around the hinges sort of thing so I can push it down.
Okay. I mean, if you're going to do that, go ahead and do you have Firebolt, or what do you have that's an actual spell that's not just flames?
I have Firebolt.
Okay, yeah, give me an actual spell that's going to deal damage.
Okay, there you go. I've done 2. The first one, 22 to hit, 9 fire damage, and the second one, 21 to hit, 7 fire damage.
Okay, as you cast your spell, a bunch of runes light up around the room, and suddenly you realize that you feel kind of empty inside, like there's something that's missing. And as you move your hands and say your incantation, focus your will, nothing happens.
I will do detect magic.
Even as you try that, nothing happens. You feel
Okay.
super hollow inside, as though.
Does that mean my produce flames won't work? 'Cause that's magic then.
Oh, you're right. You know, let's retcon that. Let's redo the whole scene. But no, yeah, your produce flames wouldn't have worked either.
All right, I'll grab the door and see if it has any give. If it's like old door, maybe wasting away in this dank place.
Okay, go
type
ahead
thing.
and give me a strength roll.
Yep. How does a 21 sound?
Okay, you pull on the door and you can hear it starting to crack a little bit. You think maybe there's hope, and we'll cut to you guys out in the street going toward Killian.
Anti-magic fields, I hate them.
Okay, so
Yeah, let's find Killian.
Yes.
That's what we were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to assume he's at, like, the barracks by the gate.
Yes.
Okay. I'll make my way there.
All right, you guys make your way there. Talk to the guard who comes out and gets Killian. He comes out.
Hey, good to see you there. What can I do for you this time of night or this time of morning?
It's fantastic to see you, Killian. I have a question. Did you happen to speak to the ambassador at all after we came into town?
Oh, well, you know, Margrain, I am a pretty important figure here, but I ain't that important. I mean, the ambassador didn't talk to me all that much.
Okay, because I was rather confused because she came this morning and arrested my two friends. And
he kind of like, wiped some sleep from his eyes. Like, wait, what?
Yes, this morning both my friends were taken from their rooms, and they've now been arrested by the ambassador. And I know that's not how it usually works around here.
Oh, that's right. It's not. That's bullshit. That's not how it's supposed to be at all.
Yeah, that's usually your job.
Right, yeah, that's the Stone Guard. We do the arresting. You know, we are the first and last in justice in Durnholm.
Yes. So I was wondering, I would talk to you because maybe you gave her your blessing on this, or
no, I did not.
I see. Do you have any suggestions?
Well, we need to go get talk to the Jarl of Port, and let's make sure we go ahead, and I will let him know right away. You should probably let your father know too. It sounds like council business that they need to speak of. He'll come with me.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. I'll
thank you.
And so he storms through the streets, leading you guys. There are a few of the Stone Guard that follow them as well, that escort you. And he goes to these two giant doors that are made out of very intricate, very sturdy metal, but very intricate designs all over them. Zalara, you're taken aback by them because they are huge and extremely beautiful at the same time. It looks like a lot of care was gone into every little piece, every little nook and cranny of it. It's not just a very functional, sturdy door. It's obviously a work of art as well. And he does signal for the inner guards to open it. And there's a little back and forth where he has to explain what's going on. The doors slowly come open and you can see the inner city of Durnholm in there as well. And it is a beautiful city. Even though dwarves do have dark vision, one thing you'll notice as you guys enter the city, Zalara, is that it's not dark in there. They keep it very well lit because it seems to be lit in such a way that all of the light is, once again, not just functional, but it's a way of highlighting the architecture that you see. So it seems like every building is in and of itself a work of art. It's just an extremely, you see a lot of buildings and houses that are built into the stone itself, some built out from it, but everything seems as though it's manufactured, but manufactured in conjunction with the actual mountain, the inner mountain itself. So everything seems to come from the rock, and at the same time is this intricate and beautiful city.
Right, well, I think you know your way home. So
yes,
I will go and let Port know that the council needs to come into play, and if you want to go get with your da and talk with him about it, that would probably be best.
Yes, I will. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Right, yeah, no problem.
And he heads off.
Okay, and he'll just kind of stand there for a second, and he'll look out over the city, and he'll just kind of, it's nice to be home. And
it's beautiful, Margrain.
Thank you. Yeah, it really is. I haven't seen it in years.
I can see why you would miss it.
Yes, and he'll I'll show you to my family. Got to speak to my dad, of course. So yes. Yeah, he'll head off home. He knows where that is. Sam doesn't.
Yeah, sure. So, no, tell
Roll
me
history. Yeah. Crit fail.
Tell me the names of all the streets. I sent them to you. So
I've got a couple here. Let's see.
No, you head to your home, and you come upon the Silverbeard family home. Margrain points it out to you, Zalara, and you'll notice that it is one of the nicest buildings you've seen. I mean, all the buildings here are nice, but this is one of the nicest ones. It's 3 stories tall, built into the rock. There is a fence outside that's extremely beautiful and decorative, but it's clear that it's functional as an actual kind of wall to keep people out. There are 2 guards who stand out front as well. It's clear that Margrain comes from a little bit of money.
Wow. Okay.
You have guards?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, Dad being the second in command of the mine, it comes with some money.
All right, and we'll cut to Magnar. You're on the door. You're pulling on it. You rolled a 21. Go ahead and give me. I mean, you feel some give to it, but it's not come out. Are you going to try again? What are you going to do?
Yep.
Okay. Give me another one.
I will aid him.
Oh, good.
Nice. Get advantage, right?
Yep.
11 is my highest.
Oh.
Okay.
I think the other one might have been a crit fail, so...
At least you didn't break your own arm.
Yeah.
So, that's a good thing.
Hibonite comes up and, helps you. He kind of grabs you by the waist and starts pulling you as well, but it makes you feel funny in your tummy, so you don't pull as hard as
I can't hold... can't hold the bars.
You can't hold the bars.
Oh.
And, so it ends up not working.
All right.
Stop touching me like that, Hibonite. I don't like it.
I feel violated.
Hibonite, maybe you should grab the bars as well, not me. I think I'm sturdy. Thank you very much.
If you say so. Maybe you'll change your mind later.
All right, what I'll do is give you guys 2 more tries with it.
Okay.
You got to get the best 3 out of 4. You got 1 success and 1 failure. 1 more failure, and we're looking for a DC of 1 with this. So,
all right, come on, you can do this. 26 crit.
All right. So you pulled it, and it really starts to give way. You hear it start to. It sounds like it's coming off the hinges. 1 more.
Oh yes. All right. 23.
All right. So it comes off the hinges completely, and you both fall back. It is completely open. All right, we'll cut back to the Silverbeard family home where Margrain and Zalara are walking in.
Okay. I guess we'll walk up to the guards at the gate.
Yep.
I'm just following.
Okay. Hi. Good. Do I recognize them at all, or?
Yeah. I mean, they're family guards that have been there your whole life.
Okay. Do I know their names?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, good.
What are
That's
their
my
names?
forte.
Yeah.
Philly and Killy. There we'll go.
All right.
Nice dwarven names. Hello, guys. Long time no see.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm here to speak to my father.
Oh yeah, of course. Go on in. It's good to see you again, sir.
It's good to see you too.
Do you have a little bit of stubble there?
And I'll feel my face, like kind of excited. No, none.
Well, it looks like it, sir. It looks like it.
Yeah, I've been on the road for a while. I haven't had a bath yet. But it feels like it's coming in.
Well, it's a good look on you, sir. I'm sure your father will be pleased to see you and your mother.
Thank you. Well, I will see you later. And he'll run his way and he's got a little spring to his step. He's happy to be there.
Zalara is terribly confused by the whole stubble comment.
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm just here.
Yeah, Sam feels like it was the guards making fun of him a little bit, but it's okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll make my way into the house, up to the front door and everything, and I will knock. I'm not gonna barge in. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, you are met at the door by Alvin, who of course is the family butler.
Hello,
He's
Alvin.
Chipmunk, is he?
Oh, sir. Wonderful to see you again, young Master Margrain.
Yes, wonderful to see you too. I'm here to speak with my father. It's rather urgent.
Oh, yes, we will have him summoned immediately. Would you and your lady friend like some refreshment? Maybe some water? Can I interest you in ale, maybe?
Oh, yes, we'll take refreshment in the foyer, my good sir. Yes, some refreshment would be nice.
All right, we will have that brought out to you quickly. And he rings a few bells that are next to the door and leads you guys off to one of the side rooms with a little small, I guess not quite the dining room, but sort of a meeting area.
Yep. Oh, like a holding room of sorts. The little one right out to the side of the, like it's the first sitting room.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
The one for the guests.
Right. And obviously they're not bringing you into the nicer one because you're dirty.
Yeah, of course. I was so not expecting to be rich. Okay. Surprise. Okay.
All right. So you see...
You can buy his healing potions now.
You see a dwarven woman come down the stairs. She's still wearing her nightgown. She runs over. Her hair is all just, it's a mess, like Hermione in the books mess. She kind of runs up to, she runs up to Margrain and is, "Oh, Margrain, my boy, I'm so happy to see you again." And she starts kissing him all over the face. "Are you well? Are you okay? Oh, nobody hurt you, did they? How's the church treating you?"
Yes, the church is treating me rather well. I'm very happy to be home though, despite the circumstances. But yes, I'm fine. I'm a paladin now, and he's.
Hi, I'm Zalara.
Oh, I've forgotten you're there. Honestly, he's just happy he's home.
I pointedly put my hand out.
Yes,
hi, I'm Zalara.
Oh, good to meet you, Zalara. I'm Tordred. I'm Margrain's ma here, and so are you with child? Am I expecting a grandbaby?
What?
No. She's just a traveling companion of mine. Yes. No, there's no child. I only recently met her a couple of days ago.
Oh. So you move quickly then.
Moving fast.
A charmer just like your father.
Yes. But where is father?
He's coming down. You know him. He wants to be presentable.
Okay. It's fantastic to see you, mother.
You too. I'll go and make sure they're getting you some cakes and some other things. I have some water or some ale being brought out for you.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to be home.
All right. Yeah. So she scuttles off and she yells, Margrain's home and he brought a girl. And coming down the steps is in a just extremely well kept, almost uniform sort of suit. Is your father? He has salt and peppered beard, hair pulled back into a tight sort of ponytail, and looks very, very dignified. And we will cut back to you guys in the jail, standing there. You just ripped the door off, and you're standing there, looking into the darkness.
Does it sound like anyone's coming, like clanking down the stone?
Nope.
All right. So can I carry this door like a shield, basically?
You could carry it in front of you. It's going to restrict your movement by half because it's cumbersome. But it will give you full cover, or it'll give you partial cover.
Nice.
Shall we go up?
When we step outside the cell, is there anything else around us, or is there just a stairway down to this one cell?
There's a stairway down to this one cell, and as I mentioned before to Magnar noticed this, there are other landings you'll come across and other doorways that lead into, you're assuming either cells, hallways, you're not sure, but this is the bottom.
Will your magic work out here?
I'll step outside the cell and try and produce flame.
All right, and the flames produce.
And then I'll snuff them out straight away.
Okay.
Seems to.
What should we do?
Well, past Hibonite didn't plan for this far. Damn him. We can try and get out just ourselves. We can try and do a prison break if these other landings have cells on them. At least then they might be distracted, not just trying to get us.
We are here unjustly. I'm not sure I can say the same about the rest of them, assuming there are other people here.
We can't necessarily say not the same about the others as well.
That's true.
It doesn't look like a regulation prison. We've seen a few of them now.
Yes, this is very untidy.
Should we try going up to the first landing, see what we see?
Yes, let's do that.
So I'll put the door, my shield in front of me, and
I'm behind him.
Yep.
Okay, and remember though, it is pitch black, so you can't see anything in front of you, Magnar.
Oh,
Hibonite, I cannot see.
Can you feel the steps?
Yeah.
Light will give us away a lot.
That's very true.
And the other thing is, that going up to the first landing will still keep you in the dark.
Okay, so I'll just foot it then and feel my way up.
Okay.
And then once
Yes.
So it's like an actual landing. So after a while, I won't hit a step then, right? Okay. So once we get there, I'll stop and like,
okay, Hibonite, I think we're near the other cells. At least one. Can you? Oh,
what do I see?
Can you see?
What would I see, Alex?
There is another cell there. You look inside and you don't see anyone.
It looks like it's empty. Can I see a light up the stairway? Let's see how far we've got left to go.
Yeah, I mean, you can see there's a ways to go. You don't see the end. It's one of those, like, kind of a reverse Hitchcock kind of movie where you're looking up and it just seems like an infinite staircase going up.
Okay. I'll produce flame to speed us up.
Okay. You guys continue to make your way up.
And I will try and hide behind the door a bit so it's not blaringly obvious that there's a light down there. It's going to be more obvious, but it's just trying to restrict it as much as I can. So it's just helpful in the immediate vicinity, not long distance, if you got me.
Mm-hmm. And then I'll stop every once in a while. Well, I guess at every landing, and then just look in the cells. So.
Okay. You make your way up. You notice that the cells don't really have anyone in them along the way, and not all of them are cells. Occasionally, it's just as far as you know, it's not a cell. It's just a doorway there. But it looks like these cells maybe have been used in the past, but it's been a while.
A special place for us.
It seems more like a secret place.
Yes, this is very suspicious.
Off the books for prison.
I think we need to get out of here as fast as possible.
I would agree, especially with Bromwell in his way.
Yes.
You guys make it to... it's uneventful. You make it to the top landing, and you recognize this as the door that's going to lead you to the vestibule, Magnar. Unless you guys want to do something else along the way.
I asked Margaret, when we get to the top, how far... Magnar... How far from the top of these stairs till we get out? How big is the building?
Yeah, I don't know, Alex.
Well, the building's huge, but you know you're just trying to figure out how far it is from...
How far to the exit, yeah, basically.
Well, it's, it's a large vestibule, but you should be able, in game terms, you would be able to make it in 2 rounds or 1 dash action for either one of you from this door to the front door. But from the front door, you got to get over the gates as well. You would know that, Maynard.
Okay. And were they heavily guarded or lightly guarded?
I mean, it's not like every 5 feet, but I mean, there are guards out front. It's not... There's not like 10 dudes standing out front or anything, but because they are on friendly terms, but there's a show of force without a doubt.
Okay.
Outside and call.
Okay, so I'd relay that information.
If we get outside and cause enough of a scene, it doesn't seem like we're very legally taken earlier. So if we cause enough of a scene, that may force their hand a bit, get the locals involved.
Or force them to kill us quicker.
Well, that's one possible solution. Maybe Margrain's rallied an army. Got all the locals up in an outroar. Yeah, maybe that's happened. I'm sure he'd go to the end of the earth to save one of us.
I would think that of him, yes.
All right. So where we're at now, can we see the vestibule?
No, it's on the other side of the door.
Is there a keyhole on the door?
Okay, so there's...
through that opening it?
There is.
Can I look through it?
Yep, you can look through and you see 2 guards coming toward the door, and you see the large half-orc behind them.
Let's go to one of those other cells.
As soon as we go down there, they're going to notice something's up, and if this door hasn't happened, we may lose our only shot to get out. Do you want to just rush them?
But we could hide in one of the cells that they're not expecting us up this far up.
I can go invisible, actually. Okay.
I cannot.
If you go down to the first landing, is there area I could hide here, but they wouldn't be able to get to me? Alex?
Is there an area there's no area you can
just hide. Does the door
hide.
just come straight into the stairs? There's not like a landing around?
Yeah. And it's, like I said, the whole thing is very small. It's a cramped space. There's not a lot of room.
Okay, if we head down to the first landing, hide in a corner, and let's just see how it goes. I'll get...
Yeah,
I'll
go
get rid of
down.
my lights as soon as they're coming, and I'll just guide you. I'll put your hand on my shoulder and guide you down to the first landing.
Well, it's light up here, though, right,
Yep.
Alex?
Yeah, it's okay. Light at this level.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm making sure you know my hands aren't on flame anymore. If we're going back down into the dark, let's try and ambush them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So we'll just go to the first landing if there's a door here and try to open it. It's unlocked.
Okay. It is unlocked.
All right. So I'll maneuver my giant shield through that door, and then I'll go inside and Hibonite.
Yeah, I'll come inside.
All right, and then slowly close the door.
On one side of the door.
Yeah, that too.
All right, so you hear the door open onto the landing, and the half-orc says,
I'm pretty sure I saw them right around here. I swear I heard them come out of their cells.
And the two soldiers start heading down toward you guys. One of them looks into the cell. You guys both give me a hide check.
I should have cast invisibility a minute ago.
That was 16.
Giant hot 9-foot man trying to hide himself.
18.
Use a door to hide behind.
All right, so the soldier looks directly at you, Margaret. The soldier looks directly at you, Magnar, and says, "Hey, I think I found..." And you see a blade go right through the back of his head and out the front. You hear another one yell, there's a scream, there's some sword play, and then another death. The door is open, and you see the half-orc standing there. He says,
"Well, are you going to run or what?"
Yes, and I maneuver my shield through the door and I go run up the steps.
I'll thank the guy as we leave.
Shut up,
and
just
I'll
go.
grab one of those guys' swords and give it to Magnar because he needs a weapon.
Oh, yes, thank you.
all right, you guys make it out into the courtyard, and then you hear from behind you,
Help! Help! They murdered a couple of the guards. They're getting away.
Fucking sold us out.
and that's where we'll call it.
Thanks for listening to episode 22 of Beholders. I apologize for the sound quality here, but I'm actually recording it on my phone, so it probably sounds kind of crappy. Apologize for that, but thank you for listening to it. The Dank and the Beautiful. We had a lot of fun with this one, and I think you're going to enjoy the whole Durna home stretch we have coming up. Be sure to rate and review us on Apple Podcast or whatever podcast app you use. Really helps us out and helps us spread the word. All music by INCOMPETECH. Floating Cities, Evening Chaos, The Path of the Goblin, King version 2, Constance, The Teller of Tales, Curse of the Scarab, Our Journey Begins, all by Kevin MacLeod and Competech.com. Licensed to Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0/ Sound effects by Zapsplat.com. Please check show notes for further details. All editing was done by Sam Keniry, and music effects editing done by Benjamin Floyd. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.